Dot friends, Earl of the Logbook.com, back in the saddle, back with joystick in hand, ready to play some Odyssey 2. It's been a long time since I played some Odyssey 2. Actually, it's been a long time since I played anything. This is UFO, which, as you have probably guessed, was kind of the Odyssey 2's answer to Asteroids. You can either shoot your enemies, or you can ram them with your force field. Don't ram them without your force field. That's bad. As you can see, the... Oh, ow. The aiming point of your laser kind of moves around as you move your ship. So, knowing when to play a ramming game versus a shooting game is kind of essential to surviving a round of UFO. Surviving a round of UFO is perhaps not something I'm really good at right now. Your range is limited too. Well, I blowed up real good, as they say. Let's try again. That's right, Puck. Puck the cat, ladies and gentlemen. Always here to offer his opinion on how I'm doing. Now, the killer UFOs that show up every once in a while, akin to the flying saucers and asteroids, they are the most dangerous thing on the board. These little guys, sort of how dense they appear to be has a bearing on how aggressively they pursue you, but they still pursue you only so aggressively, which doesn't really matter if you stink at this game like I do after years of not practicing. The point value is also different for the tumbling UFOs that just sort of wander around the screen. Well, that was lucky. Normally, that dude kind of cuts through your shields and just destroys you on the spot if you're not in a position to take him out first. And if you're not in a position to take him out, try to stay on a horizontal or vertical with him. He fires diagonally, and if you are at a diagonal to him, he will destroy you. And odds are really good he will destroy you. Oh, ricochet. You can't ram him. You can only ram the wanderers. So, yeah, I had some good luck and some really lousy luck on that round. As with all Odyssey 2 games, you have only one life. There is none of this 3 lives with an opportunity, if you score well enough, to gain additional lives. No, you have just the one life, and it will be snuffed out in short order. It's like a metaphor for something. It's kind of interesting that there is no other Odyssey 2 game like this, in that the title for UFO on the box is rendered in microgrammable extended. Which is just... Oh, nice. It's one of those fonts that's just... Oh, not nice. Just commonly associated with the future. Actually, let me go get the box and I'll show you that. Let's talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Just pulled it out of the archive. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about there. And that makes it look like perhaps it is something to do with the Jerry Anderson series UFO from 1970, which was something of a cult classic, although some people now know it just as, well, this is what Jerry Anderson did before Space 1999. But I've kind of wondered in recent years, and it's kind of ironic because there was a later Odyssey 2 space game, which we got in the States as Attack of the Time Lords. Europe got that same game as Terrahawks, which was one of Jerry Anderson's last major projects in TV. Wow. 2 points. I'm rocking it. I am attempting to rock it. I'm not going to even attempt to quantify whether or not I'm succeeding at rocking it. Isn't that right, Puck? But I am attempting to rock it. You realize you're making it very difficult for me to see the screen over here, Puck? I like it when the debris kicks off these massive chain reactions. Oh yeah, and if 2 of the slow-rotating UFOs hit each other, then they become the faster rotating UFOs. Hang on, let me disgorge a cat here from my shoulder. Thank you, Puck. He keeps jumping up there like he's a tiny kitten who weighs nothing. He is not a tiny kitten now, and much like his owner, he weighs something. Oof. Sorry for the inconvenience. See, by staying off of a diagonal with him, I stayed alive. Oh! Got sandwiched in there just exactly like I was hoping not to. Oh. And he's just got to get a clear diagonal shot at you once, and you're toast. Even though there is nothing in the manual for UFO that indicates that, you know, in a storyline sense, that they are trying to tie it to the TV series. The use of that logo. Oh, you can ram them. I haven't played this in so long, I have no idea what I'm talking about. You can ram him if you're feeling really lucky. Oh, no. I was doing so well there. So there you go. UFO on the Odyssey2, an old favorite of mine. This is one of the very first games that I got. One of the very first games that my family got after we acquired the system. Which, that whole story is in the first couple of episodes of the Select Game podcast that I do at thelogbook.com. So I advise you to listen to that, because there is a story there. It's a little bit of Green family history as to how I came to be the proud owner of an Odyssey2 and all of these wonderful games that went with it. Thanks for watching.